I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
The power of one man's words. It takes confidence to read them, to believe them. They are a part of history.
We'll be able to sit down together at a table of brotherhood. I have a dream.
On the anniversary of Martin Luther King's assassination, that speech is just one of his legacies.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. I'm from Flatbush. Jiggy Jonathan. Jiggy Jonathan.
For students like Jonathan Lewis, at this after-school program to build confidence and success through public speaking, King is an inspiration.
I realize for a black man myself, it's only proper that I pay homage and educate myself on who this man is that paved the way for me and so many other colored people. I have a dream. We need to understand that in our generation to come, that our fight is not over, that this generation can't be complacent. I have a dream today.
Here, Lewis and other youth from marginalized areas are learning how words can wield power, influence others, and force change.
We've got some difficult days ahead, but it doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop.
And on the anniversary of his silencing, these students say they can feel his message and its meaning in their daily lives.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness, right? Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And that is such a big part of who I am today.
King fought for, was arrested for, and preached equality. At the time of his death, he was fighting for economic rights. And here, All-Star Project CEO Gabrielle Kurlander says that goal is the inspiration for what they do.
We're giving young people and their families economic opportunity, but we're also giving them, and I think Dr. King believed in this very deeply, opportunity to have a better life, to have happiness, to strive, to reach the mountaintop.
And I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
But here on the streets of Harlem, there's a feeling that much of King's message has been dumbed down, perhaps forgotten.
I feel deeply saddened, emotionally saddened by it, because this country and this Western society in general is so beholden to this racial divide. So it's very important that she not only understand the legacy of Martin Luther King, but understand that activism and social justice and just being part of that mediocrity is not what we're looking for.
I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain.
A defining moment in history, a dream to be realized. But has King's vision been reduced to one line?
Well, of course, they overdid the I have a dream thing, but the fact was, this was a man of action, constantly doing physical things to change the status quo.
We shall boldly challenge the status quo.
He spoke all over the United States, and 1 year before his death, while speaking here at Harlem's Riverside Church, his message took a turn. He became insistent.
His speech against the war in Vietnam was the one that got me, because it's speaking truth to power in a definite way. Not that he didn't do that before, but more activism and let's trot along. This was directly in your face. It's wrong. You need to stop it.
The election of Barack Obama seemed to be the realization of everything King fought for. But many worry that progress has come to a grinding halt in today's charged political climate.
I don't know what to think anymore.
What would Dr. King think about the situation now?
I think he's rolling over in his grave right now.
King's words still ring true today. Decades later, they are just as relevant. His influence is woven into the fabric of current social justice movements. His granddaughter, just 9 years old, echoed some of his most powerful words at the March for Our Lives rally last month.
I have a dream that enough is enough.
It all started with words, the power of truth, conviction, and faith, something King believed in something these youth aspire to.
What Martin Luther King and other civil rights activists have done is what's powering the minds and the bodies of this generation, because we aren't being quiet and we aren't staying still. And I think that's very inspirational. So Martin Luther King to me means a hope for a better tomorrow.
A tomorrow where King's words become not just history, but reality.
We'll be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
The next generation is trying to honor King's legacy in many different ways. That's what prompted a group of teens from Dundee, Mississippi, to walk all the way to Memphis. They embarked on the 50-mile journey last Saturday, 1 mile for every year since King's assassination. The march has also been an opportunity for these young men to talk about race and to reflect on what Martin Luther King Jr. means to them.
Dr. King is God-fearing.
He was courageous. He's our leader.
Brave. Leadership. He shows great leadership.
Bravery.